Don't be fooled, communists are all behind this fiasco. Hey everybody, Mr. E here. Today we've got a pretty wild topic to dive into that's been causing a big stir both in Japan and around the world. Of course, we're talking about Thomas Locke, his Japanese book, Nobunaga to Yasuke, and you guessed it, the crazy misconceptions surrounding Yasuke, the so-called African samurai. Alright, so here's the deal. Our boy Thomas Locke, a British author, wrote this self-claimed academic non-fiction book, Nobunaga to Yasuke, where he claims it was popular for Japanese people to have black slaves to show power. This claim was spread like wildfire, leading some people to bizarrely conclude that Japan started African slavery. Surely we all know that's not true whatsoever, right? We on the same page? To condemn this ridiculous theory, one guy tweeted this and it went viral. If black slavery really existed in Japan, there would have been historical intimate drawings of black men, like this one we have with Ray Fish. This bizarrely convinced so many Japanese people that we did not have black slavery in Japan. For real, what do you think about it? Luckily, it didn't stop with just his book. As I explained in the last video, he, as Tottori Tom, allegedly edited Yasuke's Wikipedia page to convince people that Yasuke was the first African samurai, citing his own books from the future. But according to the actual historical Japanese documents, the story is mostly Locke's imagination and speculation. Did y'all know that he even got to change Yasuke's page on Britannica? It got verified too. Furthermore, the Japanese national TV studio NHK made an educational show, Black Samurai, based on Locke's books filled with his own imagination, directed by, you guessed it, Locke himself. He was even in the show with a big old smile. And now the archive of the show is conveniently deleted on their website. Isn't that crazy? Well, put the seatbelt on, because it only gets worse. Locke, associated with an infamous non-profit organization supporting refugees, spread the false story that Yasuke's dark skin was seen as godlike, to the point where Japanese thought he was related to Buddha. He also claimed that Yasuke was so holy that Japanese people wanted to see him so bad that they were collapsing onto each other and causing casualties. Again, mostly he made this up because there is no such record. But this was also verified on freaking Britannica. In various interviews, Locke kept spreading these myths, causing more confusion overseas. This seems to be the root of the entire Yasuke misunderstanding. Surprisingly, my awesome Japanese fans discovered that Locke's book is even in the Japanese textbooks, misleading young kids, our future, into thinking his made-up story is factual. Now that is a big problem. Many are considering involving the Ministry of Education into this whole fiasco, and rightfully so. Locke now has a Japanese surname, Kinoshita, likely meaning that he has a Japanese nationality. Many Japanese are currently signing a petition to get him fired from the university, where he works as an associate professor, and to get his visa and nationality revoked. This movement is gaining a lot of traction. Personally though, I don't know if that's necessary. I simply want his apology for spreading the false information overseas. What do you think about it? Okay, now let's talk about two key supporters of Locke, Yu Hirayama and Mihoko Oka. Let's take a look at them one by one. They might surprise you. Starting off with Yu Hirayama. He's the guy who made a viral tweet that you guys might have seen already. He has been supporting the idea that Yasuke was an actual samurai. Initially, the argument against Yasuke being a samurai has been that there is no historical record of Yasuke having a surname. Many profound experts have been saying that no surname, no samurai. Pretty simple, right? You know how ritual we Japanese could be at a time. Our ancestors were documenting literally everything. We even saw the Ray Fish example. You convinced too now? So the record is very reliable in this case. But Yu's argument was that there are many samurais with no surnames. Yasuke went through a process to become a samurai, and he received the Japanese sword and house from Nobunaga. However, many pointed out that even if some samurais had no surnames, that doesn't necessarily mean Yasuke was samurai. Plus, there are people who got promoted to samurai with surname just by winning a sumo competition, skipping the whole promotion process. And Nobunaga was known for giving away swords and houses to people he liked, even if they were just mere sumo wrestlers. More importantly, Yu had studied the Takeda clan, not the Oda Nobunaga clan, which Yasuke allegedly was a part of, which are two completely different families with different rules. So Yu Hirayama might not be the best person to ask about Yasuke to begin with. As you know, his argument went viral, with Western Yasuke believers going nuts, calling Japanese people racist for not accepting Yasuke as a samurai. But I want to tell them that Yu's argument is flawed. He doesn't even have a PhD, and he isn't considered a professional history expert in Japan. Well, he's rather considered a clown. The fact that many people believed him is kind of a joke to us. Furthermore, he admitted that he used to work for the Japanese Communist Party and has run campaigns to destroy the Japanese imperial system, which is a huge left-wing movement often seen in Japan. You know how nowadays communism is behind almost every single political fiasco funded by a specific ideology trying to ruin our fun? Japanese people believe that he's just a puppet of such. Those Westerners believe his word while screaming communism is evil. Isn't that hypocritical? Now let's talk about Mihoko Oka. She's been eloquently defending Thomas Locke on her alleged X account. By the way, she's an associate professor at Japan's best Tokyo University. So we were wondering why such an educated figure would defend the scam. Turned out she's been connected with Thomas Locke since long before. You remember the deleted TV show I mentioned earlier, the one Locke directed? She was associated there too. However, she was criticizing the whole show because of the historical inaccuracies. But strangely enough, she deleted such negative comments against him right before she started defending Locke. She also co-authored a historical book about Yasuke with him. And her Portuguese husband, Lucio de Souza, praised Locke's latest novel. You see, people are suspecting that she has been defending him for her own good, but we never know how deep the connection is. Nevertheless, the connection seems very suspicious. She's also been known to attract a lot of leftist, liberal LGBT supporters. So you see what kind of people we're dealing with. Regarding the recent UBI's apology statement for Assassin's Creed Shadows, they acknowledged that debate over Yasuke being a samurai. But there is no real debate. Our historical documents prove he wasn't one. Their statement didn't feel like a genuine apology to many Japanese people either. We even discovered that the statements in English and Japanese are slightly different. In the Japanese one, they said that they acknowledge that Yasuke is the center of the debate now. But in the English version, they said that this is a matter of debate and discussion, as if there is still a hope for him to be samurai. This gap between these versions is also one of the millions of reasons why Japanese people are upset about this statement. Lastly, I keep seeing many people in comments and other social medias go like, "This is just a game, why so serious?" You see, this is no longer only about a game. It's about rewriting a history. We all need to stay vigilant against those fake historians trying to alter any country's beautiful history. Thank you for listening. Peace.